All right, here's the next 404 I'm going to work on. It actually looks like it might be in better shape than the other one I just worked on. It reels, but not really smooth. It cocks. It's kind of stiff. I'm thinking the same kind of thing here is that the oil in it has dried up and has left some residue on it. Let's get started on it and see what we got. Inside's kind of dirty. So it's had little spiders crawling around in it. Take that off. That's in good shape. It hasn't ever been oiled. It needs to be oiled. It's kind of stiff. Then I don't see lube around here. It's got a little bit of lube down there, but it's kind of sticky and dried out. I don't see lube, just barely any lube on there. Okay, we can take this back off without taking the handle out. Oh, this is bent. Look at that. We're gonna have to straighten that one out. This is in pretty good shape. It's clean on the inside there. I'll do the same thing. I'll wash this out with soap and water. Yeah, this is pretty stiff here. Let's see if the anti-reverse works. The anti-reverse is the same kind of problem. It doesn't want to work. Probably on this one right here, just this part needs to be cleaned up so that it works, because it doesn't want to engage the anti-reverse. Oh, wait a second. Let's put that. Oh no, it works. So we just need to clean this all up. So I'm going to take the handle off. I'll take this center shaft out here. I'll take the handle off so we can pull this out and get some lube in there. This seems to be working really well. This one isn't broken, so that's good. Let's put some, this one's got rust on there. Again, I'll have to clean it out before I pull it through. This is the sandpaper. Okay, clean that a little more. Look at that piece. Look at that piece. It's just like plastic. Yeah, nasty. That's what happens this way. Okay, we gotta straighten that out without causing some problems. There. That ought to be good enough. Okay, I'm going to take the cases into the house and clean them up. These, the front cover and the back cover. I'll be right back, and we'll put this back together. That's two 404s that come out of the box. They're good. Both of them are good. Be right back. All right, those cleaned up really nice. Let's put them back together. Okay, we got another winner. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that's 5 out of the 8 that are looking good. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, next I have these two 600s. I have never ever worked on these, so this is a pretty new experience, but they're very similar to any of the other Zebco reels. These are pretty nice reels. They're all aluminum here. Aluminum here. They got a plastic frame here and an aluminum metal foot, aluminum handle, anti-reverse drag. Anyways, let's get started into them. So the anti-reverse works. There it is, it's off. So that's your bait alert. And then here's your anti-reverse right there. So that's working. All that's working right now. So let's get inside this and take a look at it. This kind of had a unique way of taking the front and back covers off. It has these little pins down in the bottom here. The pins go into the covers, and then all you did was you just loosen this up here, and then you could pull the back cover off and the front cover off. And this it has a little nub right there on both sides, and this right here tightens down into it. So let's take a look at the inside here. So these are kind of dirty. They need to be cleaned up. Basically, the inside looks good. It needs to be cleaned up too. But this has got a nice steel gears here. A drag system. Looks like it could use some lubrication on it too. So this reel used the newer pickup system here. It has a ceramic pin here. And so you pushed it in, it dropped down. When you started reeling, it clicked up. This piece right here is in good shape. It's not cracked. A lot of these older ones, this will crack, and when this is cracked and bad, you have to use a parts reel because you cannot buy these anymore. Let's take off this front spinner cone. Let's loosen this drag all the way. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Got a little keeper on there. Let's take that out. Oop, look at that, dropped out. So this is more like a 33, the way it's designed. That was loose. Let's put some WD on these to break up some of that crud that's on there. I'm going to put some WD on this and clean this up, clean all this crud out so I can get some new good grease on there. All right, we got that all cleaned up. Okay, so we're going to put some oil in here. This, and a little bit of this grease here. This in the middle, that's the lowest. Okay, now we'll put some and work it in there. Put this down in here. Okay. All right, to put this back together, it's best, you can see how that pushes it that way there. It's best if you reel it out all the way, and that's to loosen it all the way by loosening it all the way to the right. Okay. This little drum back here. Okay. And put some oil down in here. Just a little drop there, a little drop here. Put this one back on there. It's got this little pin thing right there. There's a little pin right there. All you need to do is just take and put that pin in there, like so. And then it slides underneath. Like that. Same for the front. It's got a little hole right there. And tighten this down. And I'll tighten over those. Okay, let's. The pickup pin works nice. This is a good reel. Okay, that's 6 out of 8. Zebco 600. Nice reel. Okay, here's the next one. This next Zebco 600. Now, compared to that other model, I don't know if this was an older one and then the next one that they made was just a little bit fancier. But this one, so that seems to be working. The anti-reverse seems to be working. I'll have to see if there's some line in there. This seems to be working. That's not supposed to come off like that. I wonder what's going on. Oh, the pin. Is it broken? No, it looks like the pin is pushed out a little bit. We're going to fix that pin by pushing it in so that it catches on there, because you can see the other one is like that. So we just need to take and tap that in with a little punch or something. This seems to be good. Let's see. The cock's good. The pin goes in. Let's this is really dirty. This should be another good reel. Okay, that comes out fine. The pin is right there. And that one's okay, but it could come out a little bit more, I think. So I could take and drive that pin in a little bit more. The drag seems to be working fine. I'll loosen it up all the way. So this one just needs a good cleaning. So I'll be back and I'll get it all cleaned up and we'll fix that pin right there. Okay, here's how I'm going to fix this. I went and got a nail, and I took my sander, my belt sander, and I sanded it down, and I made a little flat punch on the top there. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take and drive this in there a little bit farther. That. I got those pins to come out a little bit more. And now my covers will stay on when I put them on. So let's get this all cleaned up. I'm going to take these inside and wash these off with soap and water. I'm going to put some WD-40 and get this cleaned out really well here. Okay, I have all my parts cleaned up. Let's start putting it back together. Let's start with the main shaft here. The handle shaft. Make sure that gets worked in there. I can push on that handle pretty hard and it's not popping off, so I feel good about that. Let's put the handle on. Drag works good. Cock's fine. Hey, that's a great reel. Another good reel. So, you know what? That's 7 out of 8. All right. Okay, this is the last reel in the box. This is the old Zebco 808. It's got a plastic front nose and a back cover. It's got a stainless steel handle, plastic grips here. It's got a stainless steel mount that's in good. It's sturdy. It's been riveted to the plastic frame here. Stainless steel nose piece here for your thread guide, your line guide, and but it's pretty crusty looking. Let's take a look at the inside and see what it looks like. Well, just to show you, it does reel, but it's pretty stiff. I mean, it's pretty stiff here. The push button might be working. I can't really feel it cocking. The drag moves, so that's good. Let's take it apart and see what we got on the inside. Okay, the first thing I notice is we got some spiders that have been living inside here. We'll have to get that cleaned up. That's pretty dirty. That means that reel has been sitting for a long, long time. It has dual pickup pins. They're ceramic. Oh, here's another spider sack here. Got all kinds of spiders. So it doesn't, the spinner cone doesn't push on this one. It has a line break right here. This is like the old 33 vintage. And it's still got plenty of rubber on there, so that's good. Let's see if we can get this off. This could be a challenge. We're gonna have to lube this. Okay, with a little persuasion and some WD-40, I got the spinner cone off. Look, more spider webs. Let's take this handle off. I'd already loosened this up. Nice stainless steel nut. Nice stainless steel handle. Okay, let's loosen it. There we go. Okay, see that? And we got this front. Hey, this is pretty grungy in here. No spiders down here though. And then we can take the line brake. We can take line brake off. And we can clean it up. It has a spring. And we can take this out because this is really sticky. The grease in this is just so old and yucky. So there we go. Let's get this cleaned up and put back together. Scrape some of this old grease off first. This probably is stainless steel. I don't see any sign of rust on it at all. Some old grease on there, but other than that, it's in really good shape. Just a little wiping off will do good. Okay, I'm going to go clean up my covers here with nice clean water, and we'll put it together. Okay, I got that all cleaned up. The insides look great. Now, if this was brand new, this is what the inside of this would have looked like. I mean, the outside, it would have been this nice dark green. But over the years, it's just been exposed to the sunshine so much that it's just faded. So I've got, all right, so let's get putting this back together. And will go in the reverse order. Shaft back in there. We're going to put a little bit of grease on it. Just a touch. And some oil. Okay. Okay. All right, next we need to put the anti-reverse together. And the way that goes is we've got this little piece here, this little piece here. So this goes on there and then on the shaft like so. And it has to fit in this little slot there. Okay, and with that spring on there, this little piece goes on there and that little flat spot goes against the wheel like this. Otherwise you can't get it on there. Get that oiled up good. Okay, now we're going to lube up this gear here with good red grease. And work that grease in. So we want to put that on there, and then when we put this on, it'll go with the small one down with the notches in there. Okay. Excellent. That was easy. A little spring, a little cup. We're going to put some on there. This part with the clickers goes down. This is ready to go back on. Put the back on. Bit. Anyways, well, 8 out of 8. I got 8 good reels out of that. And you know what? This is going to be a good reel. I'm going to put this on a big rod and use it for catching walleye and catfish. It looks like it only has about 8-pound test on it, but I'll put some 15 or 17-pound test on there. It'll be nice. Well, there it is. That's the 8th reel. This is the Zebco 808, and you know, for an old reel and looking as terrible as it does, this is really a nice reel. I mean, it's working like new, everybody. This is going to be a great reel. I'm going to enjoy using this. I like old stuff like this, and it's going to work great. It's a little bit noisy as far as the gears are concerned, but everything is internally is in great shape. It just looks bad on the outside. But if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe by pushing the little button right over there. Thanks, and have a great day, and enjoy your next day on the water or on the beach, and catch some big ones. Bye.